If you're shopping while working, eating, or even listening to this podcast, then you know and love the thrill of a deal. But are you getting the deal and cash back? Rakuten shoppers do. They get the brands they love, savings, and cash back. And you can get it too. Start getting cash back at your favorite stores like Levi's, Plow and Hearth, Adidas, Sephora, and Neiman Marcus. Stack sales on top of cash back and feel what it's like to know you're maximizing the savings. And it's easy to use. And you get your cash back sent to you through PayPal or check. The idea is simple. Stores pay Rakuten for sending them shoppers, and Rakuten shares the money with you as cash back. Download the free Rakuten app or go to Rakuten.com to start saving today. It's the most rewarding way to shop. That's Rakuten. Rakuten.com.
KFI, later with Mo Kelly. When I say I'm back, we're back with the video simulcast as well. So if you've been wondering, where did it go, Mo? Well, it's back because I am back. We have Mixmaster Daniel, who has the whole setup up and running. You can reach us at Mr. Mo Kelly on YouTube. Just start there. If you haven't seen the video simulcast, you got to check it out. Make sure that you like. Make sure that you subscribe, and make sure that you share. Bring a friend with you. It's like swingers, okay? You can't come by yourself. You have to bring someone with you to the swingers ball. Is that maybe the wrong analogy to use? Unlike Tawala Sharp, he's the only one who's actually been invited to a swingers party. I don't know firsthand what it's like, but I guess it's probably something like this. We have Dr. Sam, the sex doctor, who is running the board tonight. He's our technical director on the ones and twos. Sam, how you doing, brother?
I'm good. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. I had my annual checkup and today, and the doctor's looking at me. It's like, oh, Mr. O'Kelly, we need to have a conversation. There's some things you're going to have to change, some things you're going to have to improve. And I said, I thought I was doing well. I mean, I'm doing my steps and I'm exercising every day. And he said, yeah, you're going to have to do a little bit more. You're going to have to do something a little bit better. Okay, we want to keep you around. I was like, but Doc,
keep you around?
Yeah, I'm thinking like, wait a minute. Are you saying that I'm old? I had 2 appointments today. I had my annual checkup, and then I had to go to an orthopedist to check on my hip, and that was just more bad news. And then they said, Mr. O'Kelly, you have early onset arthritis in your left hip, and there's not a lot we can do with it. We can give you a cortisone shot, or we can pray for you.
Wow.
Oh yeah, it was just nothing but bad news. Bad news. And then I had to walk in and see Mark Rogers. Like, damn.
Let's go get a hip replacement together.
No. They said that's the last resort, not the first resort.
Oh,
it was just a big smack in the face today. It's like you got more time behind you than you have in front of you, and then you realize that wait a minute, my mind is exactly the same as I feel just like I'm 32.
Well, you just think it is. The deterioration keeps you from being aware of it. Did you get that one procedure? You know, that one.
I mean, speaking of behind you,
yeah.
Look. I had my colonoscopy a couple years ago, and I got 10 years free of charge. Okay, I don't have to come back for 10 years. Now they do the blood test and the PSA. All that is fine. Yeah.
So they don't have to physically examine for polyps or anything.
Yeah, you still get violated during your annual checkup, don't you?
No, I'm being very serious. It's pretty simple. You can get the blood test, the PSA, the antigen test, and that will tell you how close you are to prostate cancer. Now, if they feel that the number is within the range where it's questionable, then they'll have you do the digital exam. And I don't mean numbers.
No.
Dr. Jellyfinger.
Wow.
Yeah.
It must be related to the guy who did my colonoscopy, Dr. Sausage Finger.
The girth of the finger, huh?
It was pretty sizable.
It's always the motion of the ocean. You know that, right?
Well, it always feels bigger than it is. If I were more experienced, it wouldn't.
One hand or two hand on the shoulders.
You only want the one.
I tell you, it's one thing to deal with your own mortality, but they always try to give it to you like, it's okay, no big deal. It's like, but you just gave me bad news.
Did they do the Joni Ernst? Well, we all die.
No, they didn't do that. But it was almost like when you hear these smart ass phrases like, well, when a man gets to be a certain age. So what do you mean a certain age? I'm not a certain age. I'm a very specific age.
Where the age where you definitely have to be violated.
Oh, my goodness.
Fortunately, like you said, you have another 10 years before the violation happens again. So you're good.
Yeah. And for those who don't remember, when I had my colonoscopy, and I know you didn't ask for any of this information, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. I woke up during the procedure near the end, no pun intended, or maybe pun intended. Oh, yes. True story. And then you realize, like, damn it, they're not done yet. So, it's just one of those days where you're wrestling and losing with your own mortality. And you realize that this is the time of life that I dreaded. And it's here now. Okay. Give me my walker. Just look. And I have no business complaining in front of you, Twala Sharp. You've been through far more than all of us put together. Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying, you're hip. Okay.
Look, it's all relative, okay?
I got a stitching from the rootum to the tootum, so I'm,
Yeah, but when the doctor's telling you, it's like, you have not regular arthritis. I knew it was a degree of arthritis, but when they say early onset and, they said specifically, you should not engage in real vigorous activity, which is going to move the socket around like this, that, and the other. And I said, you do know that I like to do martial arts. Well, you may want to. I remember the doctor said something to the effect of, well, are you trying to test anymore? I said, that has nothing to do with it. It's like telling a basketball player, you can't run the court anymore.
Yeah, but see, you've got one hip. Both of my hips are on their way out.
Oh, my goodness. That's part of the reason I'm standing all the time, because it hurts when I sit too long. It hurts when I stand too long. Other than that, I had a great day.
Right.
Other than that,
we're
all
here,
things
man.
aside.
Yes.
I'm not gonna tell that lie. But I know someone out there understands exactly what I went through today. Where you get the painful reality just smacked in your face. And there's nothing you can do except take it.
Look on the bright side. Soon you'll get one of those rascal scooters, and those are fun.
No, I'll probably get one of those scooters that'll take me upstairs. On the wall.
Yeah, get one of those too. The stair elevators. Those are cool. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. You just wrestle with your mortality, and you realize all the things that you thought were for old people, they're now for you.
You'll love your new walk-in tub.
Yes, I have to actually worry about slipping in the shower now and breaking a hip and Mark Ronald, go to hell. KFI AM 640, live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app. When we come back, we got to tell you about this Powerball ticket. It's up to $1.4 billion. Are you going to play? I don't know if I am. But if I win, like I always said, y'all never know.
Wait, what? You're not going to play?
No. Put it this way. If I should, for some reason, unexpectedly retire or just not come to work, then you can go ahead and assume that I won.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI, Later with Mo Kelly. We're live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app. And I know you don't want to hear about my day at the doctor. I'm just letting you know I'm just like you. I have my insecurities. I have my concerns. I have my frailties. And, as you get a little older, you start running away from birthdays. When I started on the air here at KFI, I was 42. I think I was Nick Poliokini's age or so, Nick? How old were you? What? 43. 43. Okay, so I'm looking at who I was some 12, 13 years ago. Oh, hey, Sam, turn on this mic, please. There we go.
Thank you. I don't know if you're far better looking back then compared to me now.
I appreciate that. It's just that, I feel like my whole body's falling apart. I look in the mirror and I see Mark Runner, and it's just, it's.
So is you're white as a ghost? Is that what you're telling me? Is that what I just heard?
Mark said, I'm just catching strays, nothing right.
That's hilarious.
That all you got?
No, I got more.
Okay.
But there's a reason I'm talking about this, because I thought a lot about the lotto today. You think, Mo, where are you going with this? Here's the connection. You get to a certain point in life, and it's not about things. There's nothing, and I used to laugh at my father, because it's like, Daddy, what do you want for Christmas? Like, no, I don't have a wish list. I have everything I want right now. I just want to be remembered. And it's like, wow, that's really that's a good formulation to be remembered. Now I understand what he meant. It's like, I don't need the physical trappings of life. I don't need a whole lot of money. I don't need to have the biggest house, the most expensive car, or, the most expansive closet of clothes. That's never been anything that I really strive for. So the whole idea, going back to the lottery, of winning a jackpot of 1.4 billion or so, which would be the 5th largest jackpot in Powerball history, to me, and I mean this with all my heart, I really wouldn't want to win 1.4 billion. But if I did, hypothetically, I would, without a doubt, give away at least 80 to 90% of that. And whatever I had remaining at the end of that time, then I would make sure, of course, that my family is okay in a generational sense as far as money. But I would love, and Mark Ron always likes to make fun of me, I would love to have a bunch of buildings in my name. I would. And that's about the only point in which my ego comes into it.
Just that one small detail.
Well, put it this way. To get the building in my name on some campus, it meant I donated an S-load amount of money. So that's okay. And I don't really think about my legacy. In other words, like, Mo, how do you want to be remembered? I don't know. I don't care. I'll be gone. I'm being serious. So I spend less time thinking about that and more time thinking about the here and now. What can I do with what I have right where I am?
Would you like to start advocating for a Nobel Peace Prize while you're at it? Because that seems to be kind of popular right now.
No, see, my ego doesn't work that way.
What?
It's never been about an award or a certain type of recognition. It's about peace and happiness. In other words, am I happy doing what I want to do right now? $1 billion is not going to make me more happy. And they say, money can't buy you happiness, but it'll damn sure pay for the search, and it'll pay for the necessities that I need to make sure that I'm comfortable, my family's comfortable. That's the only thing that would make a difference to me. I would give that money away in a heartbeat, all of it.
How about a Mo Kelly golf course?
I don't play golf.
Oh.
Yeah, but see,
I don't like golf.
We always say what we would do, but you know what? You could become some type of psychotic miser the minute you get it. Like, no, look, I don't need this. I don't want that. And then you get it. It's like, where's Mo? He is up in his hill drinking his own, liquids and milk.
His own liquid.
The full Howard Hughes.
Yeah. No, but this is what I would do. And I can say this as far as what would I do with $1.4 billion or any approximation thereof. I travel more. And I say that just having returned from traveling, I would want to do more of that. But that's not something that's going to take up millions and millions of dollars. It's just not. There's not that much travel in the world that I want to do that would necessitate spending that type of money.
Well, you could buy Greenland.
No, it's not for sale. Don't you know that, Mark?
It's not?
No, it's not for sale.
My
Canada is not going to be the 51st state.
Well, let's not start piling on, okay?
I'm just just telling you. But I'm weird like that. I know that most people, including you right now, listening in your car as you're stuck on the 405, I hear it's going to be messed up for the next year or so. You would probably want that $1.4 billion. And it's just, that has never been all that appealing to me. I'm quite sure I could find all my personal happiness in the first few million. Now, I didn't say tens of millions. I didn't say hundreds of millions, or definitely not even a billion. Just a few million, I think I'll be good to go, because I have all the physical things that I would want. Now, my wife, she's a different story. She probably has 10,000 pairs of shoes that she needs to buy between now and then. We're different like that.
Okay. So what you're saying is the money is going to be gone. It just won't be you spending
it will not be spent by me. And I'm quite sure she has it already spent in her mind. No, but I would love to donate to universities. I would love to do that. I would love to donate to specific high schools. I want to be that guy who donates a basketball court or athletic facilities for a high school. Would love to do that. I would love to have, I don't know, put it this way. I actively dreamt about possibly sending 20,000 kids to college.
That would be cool.
If I had $1 billion, you bet your ass 20,000 kids are going to go to college.
Yeah, set up a huge scholarship fund. That would be incredible.
Right, and have the interest in that fund continue to fund it year after year after year. And I wouldn't even have to worry about it. And I'd have some accountant work out the math. But those are the things that you talk about. How do you want to be remembered? Let that be my legacy. Let me be the one who had the money and cared less about buying a social media website, who cared less about trying to purchase politicians and help them get elected, where that money goes nowhere and helps absolutely nobody. I'd rather be the guy who said, golly, he sent 20,000 kids to college. That's world changing. That is actually doing something right where you are, which could have an exponential impact in a generational sense, because you're not only helping them, you're helping their families afterward.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I would want.
That's all.
And I still wouldn't tell any of you mother fathers if I won.
And you could do it all without even throwing any Nazi salutes.
Yeah, I think I can manage that.
Yeah.
Look, life is not all that difficult. If you can't make it through life without throwing a Nazi salute, well, you need to work on yourself. Let me put it that way.
You put it that way.
Yeah. There's some self-improvement in your life that needs to be there. I have no idea where this show is going to go tonight. I'm just letting you know. So whatever happens, happens. I can't even say it's a midlife crisis. It's like, I'm like 2/3.
Wait,
we're coming around the bend.
The doctor appointment was that impactful?
Oh, it was that impactful.
Wow.
It was that impactful. Yeah.
See, this is why I don't go to those things.
Sometimes, no, because I used to be the guy who's like, sometimes ignorance is bliss.
It's like if you don't report the numbers, it doesn't exist.
Hey, Mark, I'm just talking to you because you and I will understand this. And maybe Tuwala, okay? The doctor said, Mr. O'Kelly, your blood pressure is rather high. And it's like, well, so all I'm going to do is like worry about it, and it's going to make it worse. And if I didn't take my black ass to you today, I wouldn't have known that.
Yeah, thanks for the feedback loop.
Yeah, wait a minute. So you don't take that as, okay, thanks. What are some things I can work on? Like that's why, like me, I go to the doctors. I can know these things, because you're just going to drop. Without you going, Mark, you're going to just drop. And we're going to be like, what happened to Mark? His blood pressure was out of control. If he would have only gone to the doctor, he would have known.
No. I'm fine. I drink less, exercise more, and take those little pills that are supposed to lower your blood pressure.
Okay.
They're supposed to, Mark.
We know.
They're supposed to. It's a conspiracy.
I mean, I'm
Big
furious
pharma.
from reading news all day long, so I'm sure
God.
that's good for your blood pressure.
Look, I'm the guy who's out there doing steps every freaking day, walking and marching around the studio. I'm the guy who says, I can't eat the pizza tonight because I'm on my diet.
And it was all for nothing.
Not a freaking thing came out of it. Maybe I extended my life for 3 days. Who knows?
You should have ate the pizza.
Tomorrow is not promised. And I say this with absolutely no hint of humor in this delivery. Tomorrow is not promised. Damn it, I'm eating pizza tonight.
Oh.
And let the chips fall where they may. It's a good thing I got my vacation in.
Yeah, man.
And Twala's over here being smug and everything. Like, oh, you have no real problems. I had a double transplant. I had a thing stuck up my groin all the way out through my heart.
Look, My
Tell me I'm lying.
My life expectancy is far less promising than yours, Mr. Fifth Degree, stepping all around the damn studio avoiding pizza.
Look, I may not make it through the night.
Damn it.
Okay?
So am I ordering the pizza? Is that what's happening?
Extra olives.
KFI AM 640.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI Mo Kelly. We're live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app, and the video simulcast is back. DJ Daniel on the ones and twos, mixing the video feed for us on YouTube at Mr. Mo Kelly, MrMokelly. Join the Mo Migos in Motown. Welcome back, Mo Migos. And if you follow me on social media, and if you do follow me, you do it at your own discretion and at your own peril. I try to let people know all the time. I'm on social media for me, which means that I'm going to talk about the stuff that I want to talk about. I'm going to get in the arguments that I want to get into. Mark Runner thinks that they're somehow entertaining on occasion.
Oh, they are, especially when you respond in kind to an a-hole.
Well, here's the thing. People mistake social media as being real. In other words, you mistake the distance of social media, the impersonal nature of social media as an opportunity or an invitation to say things that you wouldn't normally in person. I'm not that guy. In other words, I'm not there to make friends on social media. And some people think that they can say anything and everything. And I will, what I always say is, if you say something to me which is indicative of what you would say on the street, then I'm going to respond accordingly. I'm going to give you the same energy you give me. If you come at me sideways, you're getting diagonal coming back, okay? It's going to be in a little different direction. That being said, one of the things that I always argue about, and I do mean argue, I am a proponent of education. I just am. I don't make any bones about that. I don't make any apologies for it. I believe that a more educated society is a more evolved society. I think that there is something to be gained for all of us in education. Now, education's been so politicized, people want to say college is a scam or liberal arts degree is garbage. In fact, I was having that argument on social media today. And there is something both honorable and profitable in working with a trade. Let's say you're a plumber, you're a welder, you're doing something with your hands. I have nothing against that at all. I'm just saying that college education still has an important place in society in addition to those trade opportunities. And also, if you know how the workplace works, oftentimes the college degree is, I'll say, the cost of admission, where there are a lot of places won't even look at you unless you have a college degree. And it doesn't mean that you have to have a college degree in a specified field to get a job in that specified field. I'm just saying it's the barrier to entry for a lot of positions. Now, when it comes down to money, here's what it looks like in California. And this was in the LA Daily News, talking about which types of jobs make six figures or more. And living in California, making six figures is not necessarily meaning that you're going to be wealthy or it's going to be easy for you and your family. It's very expensive out here. But this report tracked the wages of 22 large slices of the workforce in California as of May last year, 2024. The median pay here in California for all 18 million people working in California is $56,900. That's the median. In other words, it's like the midway point. Those higher and lower, the average is $56,900 in California. And you would think, oh my gosh, how does anyone live on $56,000 here in California? You're right. I don't know the answer to that. You're definitely struggling.
Baker and Barstow is how.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But did you know that it was the ninth highest median nationally? Here are 5 occupations that have median wages of $100,000 or more. And I'm going to have to rush through this quickly. Management jobs, $138,900 is a midpoint wage, and that covers 1.34 million workers. That usually requires a college degree, usually for the management jobs. Computer and mathematical jobs, $136,000 median income, and that's across 740,000 workers. Again, that's a college degree, not getting into the minutiae of what your major is. Legal jobs, $129,300 median income across $155,000 workers. That could go either way. You could be a paralegal. You may not have a degree. If you're a lawyer, you have a few degrees. So that could cut either way. Healthcare practitioners and technical jobs, $120,000 median income across 1 million workers. Healthcare practitioners, by and large, you have some sort of advanced education. It may not always be a degree. You could be a physician's assistant and go to a specialty school for that. But again, it comes down to education. Architecture and engineering jobs, degree, full stop. You're not walking in off the street without the advanced education. Median pay, $119,500, and that's in California. Now, for the premium jobs, which are predominantly 6-figure jobs here in California, business and financial jobs, median pay $128,000 and across 1.25 million workers, largely college education, working in finance, whatever. You don't have your business degree, finance degree. You're going to need that to participate in that particular profession. Arts, design, entertainment, sports, and media. This is kind of like what I do. $110,000 median income across 341,000 workers. That, by and large, you don't need a college degree. If you're going to work in radio, TV, it's not a necessity, but oftentimes if you look at the jobs, and Sam, you know this, Mark, you know this, a lot of times they make that as a barrier to even getting an interview. Even though I don't need a college degree to do this job, if you look at the job description, and we have it up right now, because I know KFI is looking for hosts, weekend hosts, they say college degree. And you may not ever use it, but oftentimes that's the barrier to entry. There is something to be said for the trade professions being very lucrative, and you can do that straight out of high school, and you can work that job literally for the rest of your life, but there may be a ceiling to the types of earnings. For protective service jobs, I think that's inclusive of first responders. Median income, $130,000, and that's across 435,000 workers statewide. Construction and extraction jobs, most likely no college degree required. Median income, $124,000. That's pretty damn good. Community and social service jobs, that's rather vague. You could go either way. I look at it as a social service jobs. It could be Dr. Sam, given what you do.
Yeah, that would fit.
And you have like 8 degrees?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Installation, maintenance, and repair jobs. Median income, $105,000 across 545,000 workers. And of course, sales jobs, you can have all the education you want or none of it, depending on the particular company. Median pay, $105,600. So for those who want to say that a college degree is a scam, or if you have a business degree or a liberal arts degree, you've wasted your time, that's not understanding the complexity of how the job market actually works. If you just look at a lot of these job listings, they say college degree required, whether you actually use it or not. It's not fair, but it's a fact. And Mark Ronner has 75 degrees.
Who's counting? I mean, if your only measure for what a college degree is worth is how much money it gets you in your career, that proves you probably need more education.
You lost the plot. Absolutely.
And if you ever find yourself arguing on the side against education, maybe time to regroup.
If you look at the most technologically and fiscally advanced countries in the world, they all promote education first and foremost.
Yeah, I saw a meme on Twitter or someplace the other day. Somebody had asked a friend in Germany why so many of the people in Germany that they know are successful mathematicians and things like that. And the friend from Germany responded, well, have you considered educating more than just your rich people?
Or let's think about the United States, where we talk about why is it we've fallen behind in STEM courses? Why is it we've fallen behind in the technological race, be it with China, or be it with Taiwan, be it with South Korea? Education.
Oh, yeah. A lot of countries are smoking us right now. Education's a good in and of itself. You don't need to equate it with the amount of money that you'll make in your career. Being educated is an intrinsic good.
It's later with Mo Kelly. When we come back, we're going to tell you about the names which make you more likely or less likely to get a job. There's a theme here. Yes.
God, okay.
Okay. Look, Tuala may be on the list one way or the other.
Right up top, yeah.
Not likely.
We need us a Tuala.
We'll find out.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
And let me tell you about this Canadian study in which researchers designed job ads that looked for a candidate high in one of 6 personality traits: honesty, humility, emotionality, extroversion, agreeableness, conscientiousness, and openness to experience. These ads were then shown to 60 participants who were also given a pair of names and asked to decide who would be a better fit for the job between those two names. And what they found was the results revealed that participants were more likely to choose the candidate with a smoother sounding name, which connotes a degree of agreeability. You know, the smoother sounding name set the stage for a smoother experience or a workplace environment. So very quickly, here are the 36 names out of that study most likely to get a job. If you have one of these names, and, you know, we're human, we're fallible, we're oftentimes predictable, and we have biases. And if you hear a certain name, you may have a certain connotation. I was looking through this list and it's like, ooh, there's some ex-girlfriends' names on this list. I wouldn't hire their asses for anything. So I get it. Here are the 36 names most likely to get a job in no particular order. Anne with an E, Joanna, June, Lana with an H, Laurel, Lauren, Lois, Luna, Mara, M-A-R-A.
So far, all I'm hearing are like names of people that grew up on Little House on the Prairie.
It does date itself, does it not?
Yeah.
Marla, Megan, spelled M-E-G-A-N.
Marla.
Mona, Maya, M-Y-A-H. Noelle, Nora. So basically, this is a bunch of dudes hiring women they think are sexy or attractive. That's what it sounds like. Naya, Renee, 2 E's, Roseanne.
Roseanne?
Hells no.
No one's hiring a Roseanne.
Abel. Maybe they feel sorry because he got slain by Cain. I don't know. Alan. Lewis, as in L-E-W-I-S.
Okay.
Linus. Who the frick is named Linus?
No one's hiring a Linus.
Lorne, as in L-O-R-N-E. Lou. Lyle. Miles, M-I-L-E-S. Milo, M-I-L-O.
Milo.
Whatever.
Yeah, Milo.
Morris. Hey, I made the list.
Uh-huh.
Good for you. Let's get to the T's.
Moses, Nathan, Noam. Who the hell is Noam? N-O-A-M.
I don't know him.
We got to Noam Chomsky, but I think he's out of the workforce at this point.
Isn't he dead?
No, but he's quite up there in years.
Okay, he's circling the drain. Noel, Owen, Ronan, as in like
Ronan
samurai.
the Accuser.
Yes. Warren and Will.
So, no Tuala? Is that
Not
what
yet.
I'm hearing?
No. Let's see if you're on the list of least likely to get a job. Number one, no particular order. Rita, Erica, Etta,
Yep.
Patty.
Definitely.
I dated a Patty. Yep. Christy
Yeah.
with a C. Katie, Casey with a K. Petra or Petra. Kathy with a K. Katya, Kate, Trista, Tracy, Pippa, Tessa, they do.
Pippa?
They look, they
What?
sound very tramp stampy, okay?
Pippa. Yeah, I don't want to work with a Pippa.
Tessa, Tia, Greta. I know these are some old ass sounding names.
Yeah.
I'm dating a Tessa.
Well, don't hire her.
Oh no, she's like just like literally texting me. She has job offers right now, and she really hopes she
In
gets
what
them.
line of work?
Entertainment,
What type of
Oh,
entertainment?
yeah, but please specify.
art director.
Oh, is that what they're calling it?
Yeah,
now?
that makes sense.
Yvette, Eric, Hector, least likely now. Chris with a C.
Yeah, Krista.
Curtis, Kirk, Ted, Titus, Tucker,
Hell no.
Tate.
Yeah, don't hire a Tucker.
No one's hired a Tucker.
He just sounds like an a-hole.
Yeah.
Tate, Terry, Pierce, and Carter.
Yeah,
They just sound like frat boys.
Tate's is a horrible name.
Kip with 2 P's.
Oh, yeah, frat boy for sure.
Kurt with a K.
Yep.
Jack, Victor, Garrett, and Zach with CH. There you go. If you have any of those names, you're effed. When we come back,
Seems rather arbitrary, doesn't it?
it does. I could make some other generalizations looking at these names, but I'll save that for some other show. KFI AM 640 live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app.
KFI and KOST HD2, Los Angeles, Orange County. More stimulating talk.